Dane, what's up, man? How you been this summer?
Good, good. Just playing or being at the ball fields all year and or all summer, and we're finally done with that. I'm ready to get back in this seat and
Season
and
five.
spread some more of the good news in season five.
It's crazy, man. Season
Yeah,
five, 3 years. We've been
yeah,
done a lot of interviews, about 300 now.
yeah.
Summer's, like you said, summer's flying by. I got back from some cruises. I found out I am not a cruise guy, Dane. I was on a boat for a week, and it's not my jam, dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
big.
yeah. Sea legs aren't quite there yet, huh?
I'm okay at small doses, like like a little boat. But once we get in the big boat and like I can't see land for days, like it just
Yeah,
wasn't my
yeah,
jam. So, but the girls are doing another one. They've already booked one.
yeah,
This summer's been busy. Got a new team rolling with. We working with the Blue Sox team. I know you're constantly still calling local radio. Are you still
yeah.
doing the men's? You're doing local radio with the men's Mexican League too. Is that right? I remember.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome.
Casey Bravo's team.
That's
I've
so
been
cool.
fortunate enough to. I've been able to hook up with them and do some of their tournaments, and it's been fun.
That's awesome. Well, man, we got a nice season ahead. We got a packed year full. September through December's booked with amazing artists
Yeah,
and athletes and just inspirational people. Let me tell you a story about the guy we have coming on just a second. He
yeah,
goes by T Rock. Everyone knows him in the world as T Rock. Trevor McNevan is his official name. A lot of great artists came out of Canada. Obviously, Nickelback, one of my favorites, and our buddy
yeah,
Tyler from Fear of Dead Man. But Trevor being my favorite, one of the guys I've been listening to for a long, long time, and he's still young, by
yeah.
the way. This is crazy. Let me tell you a story. Back in my day, kids, if anybody under 20 won't get this, back in my day, we had these things called compact discs and CDs and changers. You'd actually have to go into music stores and listen to music. So me and my boys one time were rolling around and we thought we were cool. Just got out of school and we walk into this bookstore. It's called Perfect Peace. It's like a Christian bookstore, but they also kind of just have music and stuff. And I see
Yeah.
this band, like this cool logo, 1,000 Foot Crutch. Like, what is this? It's really cool. So I pop on my headphones and I hear this song called Set It Off. I'm like, dude, this is like Fred Durst, but he can actually sing better. And I love Fred Durst, but like this guy's like, he can sing really good. It's really cool. Pop it.
Yeah.
What is this? And I'm listening to this album and I get hooked. I realize this dude has this eclectic style of music. It's like rap rock, kind of singing, a little bit of almost reggae in the background too, and just all across the spectrum. Got it. Wore the CD out, played it so much I had to get a second one.
Yeah.
Became a huge fan of this band, 1,000 Foot Crutch. Started looking into Trevor. Trevor McNevin is what he does. From Art of Breaking to Flaming All of Us, man, to the Masquerade
Yeah.
and his Where We Begin, even the Oxygen Exhale solo stuff he's done. Worked with all kinds of artists, Manifest, KJ52, even the Huh recently. Really, really cool if you guys are into that stuff. This guy is one of the hardest working people in rock and roll.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing about him, I call him the modern day Bono because he has a great message. He's very positive and very, very open about his faith, but also
Yeah.
still it just rocks. It's something like it's
Yeah.
inspiration and rocker. So
Yeah.
I know it's a long intro. Sorry, I had to get my wiggles out, fanboyed out. Mount Rushmore. T Rock, how you doing, my brother?
I don't know if I can live up to that intro, my friend. Dude, thanks for having me. This is great, man.
Of course,
Yeah.
Honored to
Thank
brother.
you for your
be here.
time.
This is awesome.
True honor, man. And I
Yeah.
have some demos out there from my early days that the boys will never hear when I thought I could sing like you. Let me tell you, I can't. Hands down, love it, bro. So let me honor your
Dude,
time and jump into the question set, brother. I know you've been
yeah.
making music for a long time, a long
Yeah.
time. It's still young. I go back to the early days, the FM static stuff, eclectic styles. You've got TFK, your solo stuff, and your FM static. You just have this blend, this eclectic style about you, where
Yeah.
you probably got some country out there too. I bet. Just saying. But writing music, take me back to the early days, man. Maybe your first song, your first demo. What's the first song you ever wrote?
Hmm.
That's a great question, dude. I think I was about 10 years old. I remember being on this picnic table in our backyard, and I still remember it, dude. I honestly, hip hop was the first music that just like grabbed me, man. Like consumed me. I was the only kid I think in my entire town who listened to hip hop and who just like literally knew about all underground hip hop, and it was just my deal. So I remember the rhyme, dude. It was like, how'd it go? In 1991, I was dropping rhymes on drums. I started rocking auditoriums and gymnasiums, getting dumb, taking my chances, trying to enhance this style. Well, in the meanwhile, making it worth your while.
Wow.
Something
Okay.
like, I don't know. It was like 1991 or something, and whatever. Yeah, or 90. I don't know. It was a
Okay.
minute ago, but that's the first rhyme I ever wrote, dude, and it just like stuck in my head. I guess I don't know.
Vintage, huh? Okay, man. Just put a beat to it. That might be a Trevor B-side someday,
Yeah.
right?
There you
Maybe
go. I
bring
was
it
gonna
back.
say,
Yeah.
you
You took me
perfect
back to
that.
that. Set it off reference, dude.
Yeah, man. But it's like, you could, like you said, like the early days of writing that style, hip hop. You hear that. You hear so many different things in your
Yeah.
musical style.
Right on,
Obviously,
dude.
that's great. I'd love to hear that demo
Yeah.
someday. After that, maybe as you get a little bit more advanced in your career, maybe get your own set, your stuff. What's the first song you recorded? I would say also. Like you made it. This is yours. Demo phase. What's the first song you put out there?
As Thousand Foot Crutch
As
or
you, any song, any band,
oh,
anything. Yeah.
okay. I recorded a tape when I was 13 years old, like a full-blown album, and it was only on tape. And yeah, I was called The Boogeyman,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it was yeah, I was 13, and I was really into like tongue twistery hip hop, like
Okay.
that,
Oh yeah, there you
just
go.
like super wordplay stuff. So it's hilarious, dude. It's pretty funny. I think it was called. Oh, Heads Up was the name of the
Oh my
tape.
gosh.
And
Dude, there's some gold out there, man. You got to put that out someday. Maybe like a
dude, I
like
got
a
a
Yeah, there you
bunch
go.
of them around here somewhere. But
that's awesome.
yeah, that's 13 years old. Yeah, dude, I did
I want
that.
to
And
hear those days, man. The vintage T-Rock, like
oh
Yeah,
early
my
there you
'90s,
go.
gosh,
man. That's
bro, my
great.
voice, it's like high like a chipmunk. It's hilarious.
That's awesome. No auto tune, just natural. Let's go. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
Nope,
So
in the
for,
40.
yeah, so from those days, you're just starting to figure out what music is and where you fit in and what you like. From that point, when did you first start, performing in front of a group? Was it maybe at church? Was it with family? What was your first gig that you can remember performing at?
Yeah, man. Good question, bro. I think I sang on TV once when I was really young, like 8 years old, I think. And it was more like a Christmas thing,
Okay.
but that was the first time I think I remember like ever singing in front of anybody.
Mhm.
And then I think maybe like a relative's wedding. And then years later, after that tape, just at like anywhere that I could play, like birthday parties, back porches,
Yeah.
wherever, dude. And then as I got older, I was like, it was in the youth band at our church.
Mhm.
Did that. And yeah, I did a record when I was 16 called Oddball. And funny story, you may have heard this, I don't know, but anyways, Neil Sanderson from 3 Days
Yep.
Grace, drummer, is from the same hometown, those guys, and we've been pals a long time. And we both worked at McDonald's together when we were 16 and at the same McDonald's. It's hilarious. So he drummed on the Oddball record that I did and like paid for with McDonald's shifts. And then I started TFK the next year when I
That's
was 17.
awesome, man. So
Yeah,
the
small.
OG, thanks McDonald's. Thanks for all them fries you slaying to get that album out.
Mickey
Let's go, man.
D's.
Let's go,
Yeah, dude.
man.
Hilarious.
When I didn't know that about Neil. That's cool, man. I know you had some connections with them. I didn't realize that. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Um, the venues, because you've rocked 1,000 million shows,
Yeah.
man. And across your spectrum, man, whether it's with you, whatever band, at any point in time in your career, I know every
Yeah.
artist has those ones. Like I've heard people say they prefer the Ryman, some people like the O2, some people
Yeah.
say like the Bluebird, intimate settings. If you were to pick a venue, maybe in this point in your career that you played so far, it's like that's my favorite so far. What's kind of been your favorite venue so far? You know?
Yeah. Man, the first one that always comes to mind for me is in Washington State, there's a place called the Gorge Amphitheater. It's just dope, dude.
Yep.
It's like the main stage is like on the side of, I think this may not be right, but I was told it was the second biggest like canyon to the Grand
Okay.
Canyon. And it's
Oh,
right
wow.
on the edge of this. So like when the sun sets before the headliner plays, it's just like epic, dude.
That's
Wow.
cool. That's cool, man.
Pretty cool, man. And then other than that, I was gonna say the other place probably in my career that was just kind of like, whoa, is the first time we were blessed to be a part of playing a stadium, and it was at the Georgia Dome in Atlanta.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that
That-
was like the 80,000 people, and just one of those things that was just spiritual, dude. When you have that many people like singing, and it was
surreal, man.
pretty crazy.
That's
It's a blessing.
fantastic, man. Yeah, it's good to know. Like, everyone has a different approach. Everyone has said a different answer. So
Yeah.
I was kind of wanted to pick your brain about what
Yeah.
your favorite venues
Mhm.
were. When you talked about, influences, obviously, thank you
Yeah.
again. People like myself, and now it's cool because my kids, now I get to share my influence of you with my family and then the next
Right.
generation, man. When I listen to your style, you've got this eclectic part of you. Like I said, obviously you hear the hip hop, I think about the early 90 days, like the KRS stuff. I hear that.
Right,
Obviously, I
right.
hear a lot of, punk tones. I hear even some 80s. I hear some singing from the 80s in your voice. It's a genre bending
Yeah.
style. I couldn't put a finger
Right.
on it. When I try to describe you to people like what is T-Rock style? I can't put you in a box, but who's a
Yeah.
couple of your artistic influences? Like who influences you even now or
Yeah.
back then,
Yeah. Well, dude, first, I guess thank you, man. That's a compliment. I really appreciate it. I've just always been a fan of a good song. Like it's kind of less about the genre, you know? And so, I mean, man, I'll dive into hip hop and love it for what I love it for, and then pop rock or punk. I used to listen to a whole bunch of that. I've kind of like weaned out the stuff that I really like now, but yeah, still have a soft spot for that. I love heavy music. And it's always going to be a guilty pleasure for me.
Yeah, yeah.
There's just something about it, dude. It just yeah, there's nothing like it. And so yeah, I mean to name bands, man, I'm all over the place, dude. It's hilarious. So I have kids now, and
Yeah.
Mhm.
now I'm like, I now seldomly do I get to pick what we play in the car. So it's yeah, when I'm listening to stuff, I'm trying to introduce them to a bunch of great 90s stuff and bands like other Canadian bands like Our Lady Peace, uh,
Right.
Mhm.
Finger Eleven, some great Canadian bands too. Bands like uh the Deftones or Seven Dust or
Hmm.
our buds in 3 Days Grace or Breaking Benjamin, that kind of stuff. Trying to introduce them to stuff as far as rock goes. Hip
Yeah.
hop, yeah, it's all, I mean, I'm all over the place, dude. I tend to like the East Coast stuff a little bit better
Okay.
production
Mhm.
Okay.
wise, but man, it's all good. It's just I find that like yeah, it's
Good
harder
song.
harder and harder to find stuff that I can just play anywhere. You know what I mean?
I love
Mhm.
that. See, he's I'm not the only one that says it. I tell my kids now back in my day. I'm glad you finally kind of said that, man. And not that
Yeah.
modern artists are not good. They are. They're very, very, they have their own thing going. But I like how
Yeah.
you said kind of essentially without saying it, our generation of music, right? Like I'm a few years younger than you, but in that same time zone. 90s, he said it
Sure.
best. 90s
Yeah.
was the best time. Every
Yeah.
artist that came from the 90s, including T-Rock, best generation.
Yeah.
Maybe a songwriter. Let me ask you this. Is there a songwriter, your style? Because you have a very, very personal style. When I listen to you, I hear stories, but also like it's
Yeah.
personal. Maybe a songwriter, like a Springsteen or maybe Amos Lee. Is there a songwriter that you prefer that kind
Yeah,
of sticks
sorry, I
out to
just
you?
realized that didn't really answer your
No,
question.
you're cool. It's good.
So yeah, songwriters, man, I'm a sucker for a big melody, dude. So for anything from like early Beach Boys,
Okay.
Michael Jackson, like just king of pop stuff, just huge melodies to, great bands like Weezer,
Yep.
Mhm.
and just huge power pop hooks. Anywhere from gosh, like Alkaline Trio to um Jay-Z to Coldplay, man. I'm all over that.
Eclectic.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
tend to I think the artists that I gravitate towards the most on a I don't know, like on a visceral or a live level are the ones that kind of have a special they have a connection with the audience that not
Yeah.
everybody has, you know?
Got
And
you.
Yeah.
so you mentioned Bono. I mean, what a great reference for that, someone who just there's just like it's almost like a spiritual line,
Hmm.
that connects him in the audience. And I feel like Chris Martin from Coldplay, that band has
Yep.
that as well. And Jay-Z has that, man. In spades, if you see him live, I was gonna say, yeah, those are a few on a live level that stick out, man. There's certain bands that just have that connection, man.
Love
Yeah.
it. I love it, man. And you are one of the, go ahead, Dan. I'm gonna keep going, Dane. Hit him with question four. I won't be quiet.
Well, my question is, you have, several irons in the fire. I mean, you do so many things. You write, you know, now that we're on the downslope of 2025, what do you see coming your way personally and as an artist to kind of round out the year?
Right on, dude. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm so excited, dude. I have been backing so much new music. It's not even funny. Just head down, writing about a lot of stuff in this season of life that I've been going through and
Mhm.
experiencing. And yeah, I'm excited, man. There's going to be a ton of new music coming
Love
out.
it.
I'm
Love
actually
it.
going to drop it under. This is the first time I've ever talked about this. This is so crazy. I'm honored to do it here, but. I'm gonna drop all the new music, like my new portal for all things music, from FM Static to new TFK to all of the things is gonna be just T Rock. It's just gonna
Love
be on
it.
T Rock. that was a nickname I got when I was a kid, and it's just stuck. And so to me, it was one of those names that just sort of, yeah, it kind of I don't know,
Encapsulates you.
encompasses all of
Yeah.
those things that I love about music, and kind of like you said, it's a bit of a mosaic of styles and things
Yeah.
that I just love. So I think this new music will be, for the TFK audience and people who have kind of walked life with us as a band. This is this next one is the new TFK album,
I love
man.
it.
Well,
It's
nice.
my heart, and I'm really excited about it, dude. Yeah, it's going to be called The Sound of Awakening. And
Okay. Okay.
um, last thing I'll say about it, but it's just, I'm so stoked about it, dude. And it's the first time I've got to do this particular thing where normally I'll write, 100 songs throughout the course of a year or two for the TFK stuff or for whatever record, that I'm doing, and then dwindle it down to what feels best for that season and just that time and that body of work. And then you go into the studio, a couple months later or whenever you do, and kind of just you knock the whole thing out, Whereas
Mhm.
this one, I haven't been on the road, so it's been this, I've been home with family, and I built the studio here that you guys are hanging out with
Yeah.
me right now.
Yeah.
And so I do everything here now, man, and do a lot of stuff remote. So I was able to write about the stuff while I was feeling it, and then actually sing it while I was feeling the emotion that the song was about. And that was a really cool experience for me, man. It's probably the most like authentic piece of
Love
music
it.
I'm blessed to be a part of, man. So
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Now,
man, I won't bug you. Whenever it comes out, we'll be
yeah.
promoting the heck out of it. We can't wait. I
Yeah.
know we won't say more,
Uh,
but I'm ready. I'm ready. Go ahead.
Thanks, man.
I
Thank
was.
you.
I just had another question about when you're
Yeah.
writing when you're writing a piece of music. Where do you find maybe the best inspiration comes whenever you're writing? Is it something from that you're feeling, maybe something going on in the world? What's the best inspiration that you've taken so far when you're writing?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, all that. It's kind
Yeah.
of like it changes all the time for me, man. Movies, actually, I get
Mhm.
inspired by film quite a bit through the years. And that's still to this day, I think. But I mean, things that you go through, conversations that you have with people.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's like sitting down, trying to put an emotion into words,
Uh-huh.
when I'm trying to figure out how I'm feeling about something. Other times I'll get a melody stuck in my head and just start from there. Sometimes I'll get a hook like lyrically and then try to create the best melody for it and go that way. Other times it'll come, start with sort of a monster guitar riff or something like that. And I go about it kind of those ways. And then I usually try to work it out and flush whatever the song is out pretty simply,
Mhm.
without adding a whole bunch of different elements and stuff, so that
Mm.
if I feel great about, what's here in the middle and it's pretty simple, then, you can only, less is
A lot of
more.
feel. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got
Kind of
you.
add flavors to it, but not overdo it. And yeah, that's just,
Organic,
yeah,
organic style. Yeah, I love it,
Yeah.
sort of
man.
seems to be the way it happens, man. And it's different if I'm writing for someone else. Um, that kind of depends on them and trying to help them be the best version of them,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Your
Absolutely.
style is very organic. Like it always, if anyone listens to one song of yours or a thousand, you can always
Yeah.
tell there's an energy in the moment. Like you're
Yeah.
doing in the moment. And that's something that if I was
Right on,
encapsulating
man.
your
Thank you.
style, it's now. Like this is what
Yeah.
it's energetic, it's inspirational, it's in the moment. So
Yeah.
I would assume your writing style like that. So yeah, feel it. Let me go grind it out. Let's
Yeah.
get this on tape
Yeah,
before I forget. Are you one of those guys that
yeah.
sometimes like it's 3 a.m. like you walk the fridge, you're like, oh, I got a song idea. Let me iPhone it real quick. You
Oh
probably
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What your
I've
wife probably
woken
think you're
up so
crazy.
many times, yeah, and just like, hold up, lights
Hey,
on, and or my wife is amazing, dude. There's so many times when we've been, yeah, these girls are gonna hate me for this, but like, there's so many times we've been out on a date or something, and I'll be like, oh man, I gotta do this. I'm so sorry. So yeah, just when it hits, man, and you just gotta
Yeah.
follow.
Yeah,
So
I love it, man.
he gets
So
it.
some of the best ideas that come from dinner restaurant. I got it, man.
Yeah.
I
There you
got
go.
you. That's cool.
It can happen anywhere. Yeah,
Love it.
sure.
Inspiration strikes anywhere, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Absolutely.
transition to this next segment, T-Rock. I promise you, man. And all your media days, we pride ourselves in this. This is a fan-inspired, fan-created section. What this is, it's 5 questions we call rapid fire. Dane gets a kick out of this every time. The audience loves it. What this basically is about, we're going to hit you with 5 questions. Now, here's the thing. There's no wrong answer. We're going to give you 2 choices. Dane and I have already bet on what we think you're going to say. Pretty cool. And it's kind of a personality test. Like, I think I know what you're going to say. Dane thinks he knows what you're going to say. Whichever one of us gets more answers right, kind of picking on your personality, the winner gets lunch provided by the loser. Pretty cool. Okay.
All right.
Now, it's not rapid as in you don't have to answer quickly, but it's just pick one of the 2. In this segment, imagine that reality doesn't exist. You can go back in time, you can go in the future. Nothing is off the table. This is just kind of a Rorschach test about you, T-Rock.
Gotcha.
Ready?
All right.
Dan, you ready? You got your picks?
Yep.
So I knew one of the things about the film. I'd studied a lot of your interviews, and I knew film was kind of a big part of what you do. So they're approaching you 2026 when you're off the road, maybe a side project when you got some time. 2 producers say, T-Rock, we want you to make a musical of one of these 2 insanely cool action series. We want you to be in charge of making a rock musical that you take on the road. And the 2 series you get to work with is either you can be a star in the Mad Max rock musical or the Blade Runner rock musical. Mad Max, Blade Runner, which one are you going with?
Can I ask one question?
Yeah.
Blade Runner. I think I'm getting that mixed up with, that's not Wesley Snipes, right?
No, that's Harrison Ford. Blade Runner's Harrison Ford. And
I knew that.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Dude, I'm gonna go Mad Max on that one.
Let's go. Dana had it. How about you, Dan? On that one?
Oh yeah, Mad Max. That'd be man. There's so much material there.
That's cool. Like I could see like your tour set too, where like you're riding around in front of a monster truck, just like rocking out. You know what I'm saying? I could just see it. Like you could have the venue. It's all. I got you. Question 2. They're gonna take you. You as the T-Rock that you're known today, 2025 T-Rock in your body of work. You get teleported back in 1985, as you are now, the song that you're known for. And these 2 producers say, "Hey, we're making a kind of a 80s vibe, if you will. We're going to take some 80s more pop songs. We want you to put that T-Rock spin on it. We want you to cover it in your version and your style." These are 2 very, very pop-driven songs that you've got to redo and make it rock style. You're presented with "How Will I Know" by Whitney, or you're presented with "Rhythm's Gonna Get You" by the Miami Sound Machine. Rhythm's Gonna Get You, "How Will I Know"? Which one are you covering and making it your own?
Man, I love Whitney, but I gotta say Rhythm.
Let's go.
Yeah.
2 for 2. Dane?
Yeah.
How about you,
No,
Dan?
I had Whitney.
Let's go. I could see you 2. Rhythm's gonna take you over. I could just kind of see your style on it, man. You're just getting after it, you know, like having a real fast, like ad-lib rap verse to it. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it ends up on the B-sides of one of your albums, I'll take credit for it. Okay, if you do that, it's got you, man.
You'll be like, shut up.
Let's go. Question 3. Obviously, you're one of our very favorite. We love Canada. One of our favorite Canadians. So many good things have come out of there. There's a lot of great artists that have came from there. So check this out. You are asked to do a panda voiceover nature documentary for National Geographic. They're going to have you and one of these other amazing Canadian rock stars to join you on this panda voiceover thing. You can do the commentary with Bryan Adams or Joni Mitchell, the panda documentary. Who's going to be your partner on this?
Oh, Bryan Adams hard.
Dang it, I had Joni Mitchell. I really did. Dane, how about you?
You know
what? Bryan Adams.
Nice. Dude, Bryan Adams, he sounds like he always just finished smoking like 2 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious.
That'd be awesome. As a panda migrates across the desert or whatever, you know, whatever they do, I don't know. Not desert, across the jungle. That'd be awesome. I could see you. That'd be cool. So the panda documentary, 2 more, almost done. You're asked to battle rap. They're taking you kind of in battle raps, kind of become more of a thing. So they take you and say, "Hey, we want you to battle rap against KRS-One." They set up kind of an ESPN thing. A lot of things happen now, like ESPN live shows and all that. I was just watching an air guitar thing on ESPN, really cool. So they're bringing a celebrity battle raps to ESPN. You're battle rapping KRS-One, but they say your topics, you have to battle rap using only one of these 2 concept topics for your battle rap. You have to battle rap against KRS-One using peanut butter and jelly topics or mashed potatoes in its battle rap. Which way are you going?
I'm gonna go PB&J.
Oh man, I had mashed potatoes. I was like, he's gonna crush them. I just feel like these crush things, kind of like. Dane, what'd you have on that, man?
Oh, PB&J. That's we can't lose at that.
How is this possible, Dan, that you're beating me, man? I've been raving about this interview for 2 years and you're beating me, Dan. I'm like,
Mashed
gosh.
potatoes would be pretty cool. That's
He has so many cool lines. Like, I've been smashed. I'm feeling broken down. I don't know, man. Just, kind of crazy. Maybe more emo stuff, I guess. I don't know.
There's this little kid song that I remember when our kids were really little that was like peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Like,
That'd be cool.
I had to go there.
I love it. So last one, you've always had this kind of cool, the leather jacket, kind of the cool bad boy look, kind of like the classic James Dean look, in rock. So they're taking you and they're transporting you. A lot of transporting questions. You can make a stop back in 1972 or 1985. These dates are important. You, as the artist that you're known now, are asked to co-headline and do a world tour with either A, Elvis, stay with me, Elvis is great, or you can do a world tour with Billy Idol at his prime. Elvis, Billy Idol, which way are you going?
Dang. What was the very first part of that?
You as you're known now, like you're going back in time. So it's a world tour for Elvis in like 73 or Billy Idol in the 80s. Which one are you going with?
Mm. Here's the thing. It's like on a musical, that's a really tough one, dude. I got so much love for the King.
I got you.
Like, a lot of love, but I just on a live show level, I feel like I'm going Billy Idol.
Yeah, I had you. Dana had my Billy Idol. What'd you have on that?
Oh yeah, Billy Idol.
Yeah.
It's the rebel yell, man.
Yeah. I've always said you kind of have that, like you really do. If you like, I've watched a lot of your concert footage and seen you live. Like you have that style where it's like I could see that being like an incarnate version. Like you maybe you are the Martin. I don't really know.
Oh yeah,
I had that one too. Love it.
Dude, he was rad.
That's awesome. Still going.
Yeah.
Well, T-Rock, man, that's a little segment called Rapid Fire. Hopefully something different than previous media that you've had.
Yep.
I love it, dude. You guys put some thought into those questions.
Thanks, man. Love it. Last part for Dane. I'll give it to Dane. Take it home. So
Yeah, we call this last segment open mic. We open up the floor to our guests to maybe talk to some of those younger viewers and listeners that are on their path to greatness. Whatever steps they're at. We ask our guests to maybe give them a couple of words of wisdom. Is there something that you could tell our younger viewers and listeners about following their dreams, no matter which path it takes them on, to be the best they can be? Is there maybe a mantra or something that you followed that have brought you to this point in your life that it will help them on their journey as well?
Yeah, man, I'd be honored to. Quick preface, when I was, I felt like music and I just became one when I was young, and I knew this was all I was going to do. I remember telling my parents, like, I'm not going to college. This is what I'm going to do. And I think everybody thought I was crazy, but so my point in saying that is I knew nobody in music. I knew nothing about music business. I knew nothing about playing music for a living. I mean, they don't talk about it on career day at school back then, And so I trusted God big time, man, to be honest. And I worked really hard, but if I can do it, man, anybody can do it. And I say that to encourage you. I mean, I think if you have a dream or you have a passion in your heart to do something, don't even try to get other people to understand, because it doesn't matter. If you have that in you, it's just start walking. The hardest part, honestly, is stepping over your fear. And
love that.
the younger you are, the less fear you have. The older we are, the more we overthink things, and that can be good and bad. So if you can step over your fear, I would call that faith. And believe in yourself. I trusted God 100%, man. And most of my career, cared so much, was so passionate. But I mean, always learning as I go. Always a student of this. Still am. And it's just, you never have it all figured out. And I think that's what kind of keeps it challenging and exciting and fun. And I'm still every bit a music fan as I was when I was a kid, man. And
wow.
But I just want to encourage anybody though who's do your thing, man, and don't worry about if it fits. Don't worry about if it's, whether it's music or whether it's any kind of art or whether it's just whether you feel like you've never fit or not. To this day, there's not many situations in life where I feel like I fit in, and I somewhere along the line, kind of let that go as far as being like a bad thing, and sort of take it on as like I know that I'm never alone. I know
Yeah.
God's always with me. I know I have, good people in my life, and whoever you are out there today, I want to just remind you that you're never alone. You're not alone in what
Mm,
you're going through. You're not alone
Step
in what you're
step over
walking.
your fear, man. Wow, that's powerful, man.
yeah, love that.
You kind of
And
said
Thank
it.
you.
There's a song, and I play it all the time. I have a daily. I'm training for a marathon, so one of my favorite songs I play by you every day is "Born This Way." I love it when you're talking about drinking juice with rocks in it. It's like be yourself, being different, right? Like I'm individual. Like this is me, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
But T-Rock, one of the things, man, and forgive me for kind of being so like serious for a second, but you are
Oh,
one of those
no.
people where I like how you have taken you are unashamed about your love for God. And we love that about you, your faith in
yeah,
God. You've also never sacrificed or compromised music. I came from a time, man, back in the day where it was like, I hate to say it, but you either had a good message or good music, but there wasn't a blend of believers and
right,
God followers that make good music. And then people like
right.
you and Sonny show up on the scene and you make killer music that even everybody wants to hear.
Yeah,
And you've never wavered. You've always been the same dude that you were back in day one, welcoming. You love everybody. You don't compromise on your morals, but rock is universal. You made it
yeah,
very clear that you can go out and welcome everybody into your circle, still give them a message about God without cramming it down their throats and make them feel loved at the end of the day. You reach people, man, that sometimes that choir song might not reach them, and it does more for them. And then there's a place for that too, but you have taken
yeah,
this, like you said, God-given talent and I think God ordained style to go out there and reach people that
yeah,
maybe others can't reach, man. So we thank you for that. And I think what you're doing
yeah,
is
absolutely.
is amazing. Thank you. You know.
Yeah,
Bro,
absolutely.
well, thank you, my man. Big time.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, no, honored to be a part of just, of what I think God's doing in music. And it's, man, I still think there's a lot of exciting road ahead. But yeah, it's that what you're talking about, man. I've talked just for what it's worth, I've talked to Sonny about this and just gave him major props because, I was still a little younger when those guys broke, and I loved and I was inspired by the way he talked about his faith in like the Rolling Stone and some of
hmm
those things. And that moved me, man. And I've always loved that. And I felt like if we can love everybody for who they are and what they believe, they return that most of the
yeah,
time. We can all love each other and be like, hey man,
yeah,
it's all good. It's all love. We can hang out. I think that's, if we don't feel that from each other and accept each other, then we're not going to listen to what each other has
right.
to
yeah,
say anyways,
Love it. Well
And
said,
so
man.
absolutely.
Well said, man. Well, T Rock, I know you're
Yeah,
a busy guy. Now that on top of being a rock star, like you said, you got the full on dad life going. So think managed to escape the dad bod, but you got the whole dad life going, man. So rock
Well,
it.
you are kind.
I
Thanks,
say as
bro.
always, man, mean this from the bottom of my heart. You're welcome anytime as you release new music. As you progress, we're huge fans. You're always welcome to bring that through us. Huge fans. Let's stay in touch. Let's make sure this isn't the last time we connect. Okay.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
Dude, thank you guys so much, man. Yeah, let's do it again when we got some new music.
awesome.
Yeah,
Much love, brother.
excellent.
Have a
Thank you.
great night. Take care. Okay.
You
Much love,
too.
man.
Cheers,
Yep.
guys.
Take
Peace.
care. So Dane, I'm telling you, man, you can see why I love that guy. Like just unbelievably cool, the passion, the genuineness too. Like that's one of the most real dudes you're ever gonna meet. All right. What'd you
Yeah,
think of him?
yeah, yeah. You can hear it in his voice. Like he said, he's still very much a student and very much in love with the process and a music fan to this very day. And he's been in it for 30 years. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's inspirational to hear somebody that's, although they've been in it so long, you still feel like they're just getting started.
Yeah.
And the stuff that he's written is just unbelievable. It, like you say, whenever it's in God's time, he puts it on you whenever he needs you to listen to it.
hmm
And he uses Trevor as a tool
Yeah.
to spread his word, and he does it so great. And
I,
we encourage everybody to listen to him.
I've always said, and I love all music. Trust me, I'm one of those people where I don't care who makes it. If it's a good song, I love it. Like I said,
Yeah,
from metal to worship music to country to classical
yeah,
to rap, I love music. But I've always loved this idea, and I meant what I said. You know this, you know me very well.
mhm,
His style, where it's like you're taking this message of like, there's more out there. Like God
yeah,
is there for you, and rock hard. Like he's no joke when it comes to like his style, his ability to
yeah,
play top of the line, top tier talented musicians.
yeah,
Like I said, rocked 80,000 state people venues and all that. Worked
yeah,
with people from Alice in Chains on songs to 30
yeah,
Days Grace. Like is in the music world, knows everybody, but never compromised who he was. That's so rock star to me, like not changing. That's the most rock star thing in the world to me,
yeah,
not
yeah,
compromising. So
yeah.
love it.
And like I say, in a world like this, it's great to have people that do
Mm,
that and are successful at it. means that thing is it's inspirational and it keeps going. So there's always
Man,
something to shoot for.
love it, man. Well, as you can see, season 5, that was given that one for literally that was 2 years, literally 2 years in the
Yeah,
making. I connected with T
absolutely.
Rock in October of 2023. I said, man, I don't care how long it takes or what we've got to do. If I have to fly you out here myself, man, we're gonna get you on the show.
Yeah,
So love that guy. 1,000 Foot Crutch, FM Static. Look up Trevor McNevan anywhere you listen to music.
yeah,
You will leave your day better than when you found it if you need something to positive lift you up. So season
absolutely.
5 kicks off with a huge start. We've got some great stuff coming up. You'll see some commercials about it. Season 5 is going to be one for the books. As Dane and I have been saying, same old guys, brand new inspiration, right, Dane?
Yeah,
So,
yep. Oh yeah.
yeah. Well, as always, thanks for being with us. Don't forget, as always, that we love you. And Dane,
Thank you for listening.